Hi there, business travelers, road warriors, and mobile professionals. I am Marcy Rader, the MoPro coach, lifestyle trainer for mobile professionals. If you work more than 50% of your time out of a typical office, you are a MoPro. This short webinar is part of a 6-webinar series based on my book style, 6 Steps to Work Well and Play More. In that book, I talk about health and productivity related to air, hotel, auto, mobile office, parties and meetings, and home, all to help make you more healthy and productive on the road. So just a little bit about me. I have a degree in exercise science and a master's in health promotion, and I've been a certified personal trainer for 20 years. I fell into the clinical research industry 14 years ago and worked in that industry, traveling heavily for over a decade. I traveled weekly, almost weekly, internationally and domestically for about 10 years and worked my way up the ladder till I was a senior corporate training manager, training people in our company on systems and processes and tools and all that sexy stuff. But later on, I became really interested in productivity and ended up becoming a certified productive environment specialist, made a huge transformation in my life, and decided that I wanted to help people work well and play more that travel for their job. One of the things that I did when I traveled, was try to figure out how I could keep from becoming like the people around me. And you know what I mean. When you first start traveling for business, it's almost like the freshman 15 when you go to college, because you're inundated with restaurant food or hotel food or airport food 24/7, and you don't have a routine like you do at home, so it can become really difficult. And I would walk what seemed like miles up and down terminals just trying to find anything healthy to eat. And was especially hard because back then I was a vegetarian. I also felt a lot of anxiety and stress trying to stay healthy on the road. If I couldn't check my email, if I couldn't get my run in, whatever it was. But in the end, I really managed to figure it out. And in the time that I traveled, I managed to compete in over 60 endurance and ultra endurance events. I had a date with my husband every week, and I also did something socially with at least one friend every week. I got into a routine at home to help me travel, and a routine when I traveled to help me at home. And I developed a lot of systems with Inbox Zero, and my tasks completed, my workouts done, and having eaten as healthy as I could given the choices that were available to me. And even with starting my own business, I've managed to still live by my philosophy that you can't be healthy without being productive, and you can't be productive without being healthy. Now, I started my business to help other mobile professionals and road warriors be healthy and productive on the road. And in March was when I released my book, Hack the Mobile Lifestyle, 6 Steps to Work Well and Play More. And that link will be in the comments section and can be found on Amazon.com. And it covers health and productivity hacks in 6 areas. Again, air, hotel, auto, mobile office, parties, conferences, and meetings, and home. And this series will cover each of these areas for 6 weeks. Last week, I talked about air travel. This week, I'll talk about hotel. Let me just make sure there isn't anyone in the live chat. Okay, very good. No questions. So we're going to start with hotel. I know people with great exercise routines at home that totally let it slide when they travel for business, but there's really no reason to. And so I'm going to give you a few excuses that I typically hear and how you could overcome them. And again, this is just very short snippet of the hotel section of my book. So one of the things I hear is, well, there's no fitness center. Well, if you're in a city that's safe, or I should say if you're in a city that isn't safe, or it's winter and it's dark when you need to work out, then the first thing you should, when you're searching for your hotel, which ones have a fitness center? And then look at the photos of that fitness center. And if you're going to be there more than a day, where you really do, maybe need some kind of fitness center, then call the hotel and ask them what equipment they have and if it's working. Because we all know that they take photos of their fitness centers with these lenses that make them look 5 times the size that they really are. But, I have done that a lot of times where I've called and they'll say, yes, we have treadmills, but they're actually both broken. And if I'm training for a big race, then I might, and it's winter and I have to run when it's dark, then I might choose a different hotel. Another option is if the fitness center is apart, distant, ask the hotel if they partner with any fitness centers in the area where you can get guest passes to that local gym. I've done this a few times, and not all the time did they partner with hotel or with gyms, but sometimes they did. And I actually was staying somewhere for 3 weeks a little over a year ago at a Hyatt house in Mira Mesa, and their fitness center was awful. It was awful. It was okay for 1 or 2 days, but it was awful for the most part. But I was there for 3 weeks, so I needed to have access to something else besides just running in the dark. And they gave me 7 days of free passes to one of the best gyms in San Diego. And all I did was ask. They knew that their fitness center wasn't that great. So, that makes it really easy to do. See what time the fitness center opens. One of my pet peeves is a hotel that doesn't open their fitness center till 7 a.m. Clearly, they are not catering to anybody that travels for business, because most business meetings start at 8 or 9 a.m. and waiting until 7 to work out doesn't really work for most people. Another thing that I'll hear from people is, I just don't want to go to the hotel gym. And there's usually 2 reasons for that. One is it's really hot and humid and smelly because they tend to be next to the pool. I can see from an idea, vision standpoint why they put a fitness center next to the pool. But I have never, ever seen anybody go from the fitness center to the pool or vice versa, like they do in a regular gym. Usually the pool is for families and people just messing around in the pool. So what happens is the fitness center is really freaking hot and it's humid because it's getting that heat from the pool. So I get that. The other thing is, and this is especially for women, that if they're staying in a hotel where there are other people from their company or maybe a client there, they would rather be caught dead or skip their workout than be seen at 6 in the morning, on a treadmill, sweaty, in their workout clothes with their hair in a clippy, and look next to them and there's their client who they're going to try to sell something to or be serious with 2 hours later. Not everyone feels comfortable like that. They want to be seen always at their best. And so I have known a lot of women, especially, that will say, there's no way I'm going to go to the fitness center because my client might be there or my boss might be there. So what's the solution? If you're not going to work out outside, work out in your hotel room. There are so many good workouts you can get right in your room with little to no equipment in your underwear. You don't even need to pack extra clothes. And I actually have a lot of exercise videos on my website. I have, I think, 12 right now, specifically that you can do in your hotel with little or no equipment, without shoes even, in your underwear. So there's definitely things that you can do. Okay. If you walk or run, because you're in a safer area or it's summer and it's lighter out, you can use different apps like Walk, Jog, Running, and those will give routes in your area that people will write in. You can also ask the hotel desk. A lot of times they will have walk or running routes and will map it out. But always leave a note with the hotel front desk. And what I do is I write my name, my room number, and my phone number, and I say, this is what time I expect to be back. If I'm not back by this time, will you please call me? I have never once in 10 years had anybody look at me like this. You know, like that is an unusual request. Most of the time it's, and there's been a few times where I've gotten lost and they've called me and I'll say, I'm okay, I just got lost. You know, but I'm okay now, or I know where I'm going now. And always have the number of the hotel in your phone as well in case you get lost. That way you can, you know, call them before, you know, an extra 20 minutes in the morning sometimes can make you late for a meeting. So once you start feeling like I'm getting lost, you might want to go ahead and call the hotel. Another excuse is, I don't want to pack more clothes. Well, that goes back to doing workouts in your room and your underwear. You don't have to pack more clothes. If you're a woman, you may just need a sports bra, and that just depends on the type of workout that you're going to do. But staying in a suites type hotel is a lot easier to get a better workout in. You have a lot more room. I'm pretty short, so I can fit in a workout almost anywhere, but if you're taller, you might definitely want to look for a suites type hotel. I pack my own equipment sometimes, depending on where I'm going, and I was lucky enough last year to find a company called Rubber Bandits. Just randomly met them at a networking event, and they sent me a kit. Loved their product. Loved their product so much that I asked if I could create a kit with them. I found that their bands were far superior, and I liked the way their bands worked. So this is my kit. It is the JetSetter Mobile Gym Kit, and the link is below. And it comes with a medium strength band, and their bands are they're in circles instead of having, it's a continuous loop, instead of having handles. I've seen so many people punch themselves in the face because the bands have broken and the handles have broken. But these are a continuous loop, which I really like. There, that way you can see. And then these are great little hand straps, so to help reduce the friction, and you can, you know, switch these from one strap to the other. So we have that band. We have this light band, or this is a light band that you can also use. And then my favorite part of the kit to travel is this door strap. So this little door strap, you just shut it in your door, and then the band loops through the door strap, and you can do all sorts of different exercises with this. And I even keep one kit in my car, and we'll shut this in my car door, and I'll do exercises right in the parking lot, sometimes wherever I am if I'm waiting for someone. I've done exercises at rest stops with this in my car door, and always at the hotel. But I love this kit, and this kit is $39.99. And if you sign up for my newsletter list, you actually get 20% off. But it is 50 pounds of resistance, and the bag weighs less than a pound. So it doesn't take up much space. It's super light, but you can get a really, really good workout with it. And I love my kit, and I hope you do too. The next thing is the SmartCore Grid, which I don't have with me right now, but that's another thing that I'll travel with sometimes for self-myofascial release. But even you can just take a tennis ball and use that as well. So we're going to move on, because I'm trying to just do little short hacks from the section, but I want to talk about sleep, because sleep affects both your health and productivity for sure. And sleeping in a hotel can be really rough because of the thin walls. You can hear toilets flushing. It's light. It's, the rooms are too hot or too cold. I always traveled with an eye mask because I need it to be pitch dark when I sleep. I mean, I'm somebody that tapes over the smoke alarm in my bedroom at home, the little light that is on the smoke alarm. But I would travel with a sleep mask, and my friend bought a mask on Essentials, and it looks like Batman, but he loves it. He said it's really comfortable, and that is probably going to be my next purchase, is this Dream Essentials, and I have that link below as well. And it's really cheap. I think it's like $10 or $15. But something that I travel with is a binder clip. And I use the binder clip to clamp the curtains shut because they often don't close all the way. And also a binder clip is kind of like duct tape where you can find all sorts of things. So even if you don't have an issue with light, it's a good idea to have one in your luggage. Earplugs work great for some people. I find that they always fall out of my ears. So instead I use a sleep app like Calm, C-A-L-M, or Sleep Machine Lite. There's also a YouTube video called 12 Hours of White Noise, and sometimes I'll just put that on and shut my laptop to where it just goes dark, and I'll sleep like a baby all night. If you use your laptop or your smartphone up until you go to bed, it can actually prevent you from good sleep because of the blue waves that are emitted from your monitors. And blue light suppresses your melatonin. So it's really a good idea to shut down at least an hour before you intend to fall asleep. And I specifically got a Kindle Paperwhite just for that reason, so it's not the typical, like the computer screen with the blue light. Now, if you refuse to do that, you can do what I do at home, and you can get some blue blocker glasses. And yes, folks, I actually wear these at home when I'm watching TV or if I'm working really late at night. I'm out late and I'm in the zone and I'm working really late. I will put on these blue blocker glasses, and it will keep the blue light from, getting sucked into my brain and affecting my sleep. These are only like $10 on Amazon, and which, if you broke them, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, I guess, but it's, cheap enough that you could throw some in your luggage as well. But my time is up. I hope you've learned a few things today and got some good starting info. For more hacks, you can go to marcyrader.com. You can click on the link in the description to the Hangout for a free video series on hacks related to all the areas that are in the Hack the Mobile Lifestyle series. And for a copy of the book, there's also a link in the description. If you're ready to just start up-leveling your traveling lifestyle and be more healthy and productive on the road, you can just simply email me at marcy@marcyrader.com. So thank you for participating, high five, and fist bump, and I will see you in a couple weeks for the next edition.